What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day, walking with Shelly and Anne Marie and the Diggity Dogs on our way to yet another ghost town. We are walking literally miles into the desert, and let me show you where we're at right now. So you can see the mountains in the background look amazing. The sky is beautiful. It's only, I think, 77 today. Over there where those trees are an immaculate color green, that is the San Pedro River, and that's why the color there is so much different than here. But we have been walking since way over there in the distance, in the horizon. And this is an old road. It's not roaded anymore except for the people who take care of this place. But it's just awesome. You see the original light poles over there, and some of them still have the original glass conductors, which are amazing. And I love to see that nobody's climbing up to steal them, because they are valuable. To an extent, of course. But the wires themselves on these telephone poles are uncoated, just single metal wire. It's just, you pick it up, it's just a solid piece of metal wire, like an 1/8 inch thick. And that was the power line. So we passed the entrance to this ranch about, let's say, a half mile ago, maybe 3/4 mile ago. And we still haven't seen a single building. Right there is the train tracks. And if you follow these tracks that away, you end up at Fairbank Ghost Town, which I took you guys on a little trip before. And you can actually find the platform right before you get there. And that was the #1 stop. If you were going to Tombstone back in the 1800s, you would have taken the train, gotten off at that stop at Fairbank, and then taken a wagon or a horse to Tombstone. Got to give the dog some water. All right, we are back on the trail. I believe it's called Little Boquilla Ranch. And one of the cool things about this ranch is John Wayne came here to film a movie. It's pretty awesome, but I guess we will see when we get there. I don't know if you can see, I think you can, all the old original fencing. You'll notice that some of them are sticks, some of them are more post size. They just used whatever they could to tie that barbed wire around. And this, along the train tracks, which is right there, was the spot. Walking along here, you can find like buckets from the 1800s, old metal buckets, car frames, just machinery pieces that they used. It's absolutely nuts when you go through and you see history just strewn across the ground. There's some timbers there that were most likely from the railroad. And it's just, this stuff is everywhere as you walk along here. At the beginning is it's a dam, and it was wide open for water flow, but somehow and somewhen they knocked down a bunch of trees, or just there was a bunch of fallen trees, and it clogged the holes of the waterway. So now there is no more water flow through there. There's one side where it's still kind of open, but it's mostly covered in old trees, but it's really cool to see. So basically, if you go to Fairbank, Arizona, to that ghost town, when you pull into the parking lot, directly across from that parking lot is another parking lot. And that is how you get to where we are. But not gonna lie, it's a long walk. My dog is running circles around me because she keeps seeing a reflection from my watch. It's driving her crazy. Man, this country is just so beautiful. This is before it turns all green. So I could see up ahead some kind of structure, maybe cement or something. So who knows, maybe we're getting closer. I've never been to this ghost town before. I haven't seen pictures of it. I just know it exists. So kind of walking out here on a wing and a prayer. No idea how far we have to go, but I can tell you that we have gone mighty far already. There's some kind of something over here. I don't know if it's just a berm, but I know it's light colored. Maybe that's all it is. It's just sand. That's what it looks like. It was just a berm. I thought it was a wall, but we're coming up on a wall. It's pretty easy too, because if you keep the train tracks, or what used to be the train tracks, to the right of you, and even beyond that the river, if you keep that to the right of you, all you have to do is go straight. That's it. So there's that berm, and we haven't seen any I mean, it's still a little early. They usually start coming out in March, but I haven't seen any snake life. I haven't even seen any kind of movement. Maybe because they sense the dogs, so the coyotes are staying away, or maybe they just hear us, so the deer and the javelina are staying away. But I haven't seen anything outside of little butterflies and her chasing glares. But here is the little cement structure, and it looks like it was some kind of bridge at one point. There was probably a stream flowing here, and so they had like a little bridge. But you can see, yeah, that's what it was. It was for a stream, so the roads didn't get washed out like right here. You'll notice this is a big wash, good for searching for like gold dust, stuff like that. Oh, and there's another one of those little bridges. So that was a train track bridge, and that's so the water could pass through, is how they built it like that. And on the one at the beginning, the one at the beginning is loaded with trees. So that's really cool. There's more than one. I did not know. I knew the one at the beginning, but I didn't know there was another one. Oh, the dog is tripping me because she's chasing. She literally, whatever is my watch or the phone, whatever is glowing enough for her to chase it. And look what I just found. Found a horse. Not a regular horse. Yeah, I'm doing some gymnastics, and you can see these old nails in this beam. I don't know why this is put here. But why would you tie up your horse in the middle of a wash? Back then, this would have been water.
Well, no, for right now, I think it's probably current, and then they can go.
No, it's not current. The nails are old.
Oh yeah, come look at them.
Yeah, so that's pretty wild. Don't know what that's for. But I guess we'll keep on going. All right, I'm going to stop for now, and then we'll pick it back up when I start seeing some buildings. I think we are getting really close, because now the telephone poles are really close together. There's one right there, and you can see, maybe if I stop walking, you can see the glass conductors right there. Those things have a good value. But then there's a bunch more right there, and usually when the telephone poles get close together and they start stacking in, it's because you have some kind of life happening. Oh, look at all those glass conductors up there. It's funny, there's some telephone poles that had naturally broken and just fallen down, and if you go over there, the crossbars are completely stripped. So nobody's making an effort to break them or climb them to steal these and sell them. But as soon as they hit the ground, people are scavenging, which is fine. I'm not mad at them for that, because if it hits the ground, it hits the ground. But these are just loaded with them. There is a lot of money worth of glass up there. It's super cool. You can really see that wire. It's just a piece of metal. That's all it is metal strand. That's wild. All right, we're getting close. We've got to be getting close. Look at how these line up. Oh, hey, Anne-Marie's stripping. All right. She even gave a woo. So yeah, I would guess not too much farther past that hill there, we should start seeing some kinds of past life out here, because these are just way too close together for there to be nothing out here. I mean, they are really close together. See some broken pole line. There's some broken pieces, and I think all those are broken. Those aren't over there. Way up in the air. But it's just really cool, man. It's really cool to just walk out and investigate and just have a good time. Just explore, go see things that 99.9% of the world's population will never see. There are people who have lived in Arizona their entire lives who have never seen this. And it's kind of crazy. This is kind of the outskirts of Tombstone. It's in between Tombstone and Sierra Vista. And there are people in both of those towns who have never come out here. And it's kind of wild when you think about it. It's like, wow, a lot of people just don't like to pioneer. They don't like to get out and just look at things and find things and see what's out there. And when you track down ghost towns, you start looking, it's almost a duty to get out and see them. There's a green one up there. It's really cool. I think the colored ones are worth more. But again, we leave them because we're not scumbags. If you go to a place and there are, like, a lot of times you'll go to ghost towns and people will investigate the ghost towns and they'll find old cans, old buckets, just anything, old pottery, whatever. And what you do is you pick those pieces up, if you find them on the dirt, and you bring them to one of the structures and you put them on the structure. So you could find a building or a part of a wall, and there's tons of stuff just laid across top. It looks like trash, but it's just old pieces. And you have two options. You could take it or you could leave it. And it's just the right thing to do, is just leave it so other people that come after you can see. Well, all the glass fell off of this one, but all the pegs that hold the glass are still on there. So I wonder if that's one of those cases where somebody somehow used something nice and long and poked them off or something. I don't know. That's just weird for that to be that empty with the peg still on. But yeah, it's stealing from a ghost town is the same as stealing from your local market. You know, it's kind of a dick move. So don't do it. But I keep saying, well, we should be really close. We should be really close. But we should be really close. Wow, look at them all up there. There's some green ones up there. We should be really, really close. I mean, everything, the power lines are more involved. They're just, it seems like out here has been lived more. The fence looks a little better. So I would have to guess. I said it should be somewhere behind this hill right here. And if it's not within an eighth of a mile, then I'm going to be really surprised, because it's just too much signs of life. Even right here, I see something in the road. So, and then I see this right here. So I guarantee you, whatever right here is probably hollow underneath. And it came out there, and it was probably for water. So there's the train tracks, literally right there. Here's the fence posts are all rail timbers. Yeah, I'm guessing that we are very, very close. Here's that hill, that little berm. Let's see where the ladies are. The lady, they walk so slow. And I don't know why. I'm the only one with a gun. So I should probably keep up because we have jaguars, we have wolves, we have mountain lions, bobcats, coyotes, javelina, rattlesnakes. Lots of things that attack the weak. That's why they don't mess with me. But them girls back there, man, they're dog food. All right, so it looks like another gate entrance up here. And that is a good sign. So we'll see when we get there. All right, so here we have what's called a cattle guard. And basically they put these down in the middle of the paths, wide enough apart to where a wagon can still get over, but these would be dug out, so there'd be hollow space in between these, and what would happen is cows won't pass them on their own. So that tells you that you are somewhere near a ranch. And then there is a post up here, and it looks like there's like some kind of old sign on it, and I wonder if that could be the ghost town entrance. We'll soon find out. There's a gate. Look at the chain. It's holding up some kind of signage or something. It used to be. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. All right, let's see. Now I have to start looking out for structures, walls, buildings, anything. There's nothing on that sign. It's wood. And whatever used to be written on it has faded away, it looks like. Yeah, there's nothing on there. But this is obviously right here. They put up these posts so people don't go in there, it looks like. Or at least drive in there. But this was the entrance to a ranch. I'm not sure if that's the entrance I'm looking for, or if what I'm looking for is down here more. I told you I've never been here. I have no idea where we're going, but we're going to keep going anyway. All right, so it looks like that wasn't the way, but this is the train tracks. And you'll notice that is the way back. So when we leave, we'll probably just head down the tracks, which is all volcanic rock. The entire thing is all volcanic rock, which is pretty cool, seeing as how I see buildings, seeing as how Tombstone had a volcano, I don't know, 150 to 300 million years ago they were erupting. So all that rock is very old. I see some silos. I don't know if that's for water or if that would be a run. I don't know, but there's a building there. Oh, I see the entrance to the ranch. Think about it, John Wayne. This is, I think, our fifth location where John Wayne filmed. This is the fifth place we've gone to where he did a movie. Really cool. Man, this is cool. When you walk for miles out in the middle of the desert, and this isn't one of those things where you get to it and then just past it starts regular life. No. Just past it is even more desolate. This is one of those things where you literally walk miles aimlessly into the desert. I mean, we had an aim, but we really didn't know where we were aiming to. And you just end up at a ranch that's been here since the 1800s, that was used for movies, and that was a working ranch out in the middle of a desert. It's like, who in their right mind would come out this far to build a ranch? I have no idea. They're thinking, hey, you know what we need to do? You see way out there in the middle of nowhere? Let's go put a badass house out there and raise some horses and cattle. That seems like it makes a whole lot of sense. Oh. All right, there's a little sign here. This historic site is part of America's heritage. The past belongs to the future, but only we can preserve it. Join our efforts to protect it. Da, 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 da. All right. So over there is a barn. That is either a pen or maybe something for pigs or chickens. You'll notice there's boards on the windows of this house as I get up to it. I'm guessing because scumbags like to break windows and try to get in so they can go in the houses that they're not supposed to go in. Luckily, we are not scumbags, so the remaining windows will not get broken today. And if somebody comes down this path with a thought of, hey, I'm going to break some windows, I'm going to break their freaking leg. All right. So here we are, walking into actual, factual history right here. This is awesome. This is awesome. There's the old water pump. This building is cool, but the next one is cooler. It sucks that people broke windows because it would be nice to be able to look inside of every room. But scumbags are scumbags. Like this one over here, this house is amazing. This brick house, that thing's gonna stand forever. And you can't see inside because of the scumbags. They even somebody had to come and put up like whoever preserves this place, somebody had to come and put a metal door because of the scumbags. That's terrible. That is terrible. Can you imagine people being so bad it forces you out in the middle of the desert to have to put security? We're not at the border. We are in the middle of the desert. People are putting up security measures. The chimneys is like falling apart on the other side. The old wood shingle roof is just awesome. I don't know where the girls are. They're over there somewhere, but I am exploring because this is what I do. Oh wow, it's a lot narrower than I thought it was. This is super cool. Oh, and then it breaks off into this piece over here. So it gets fatter over here. This is super, super awesome. Got to keep an eye out for snakes while we walk. So there's a little door here that seems kind of a half door. Let's see if we can open that. Oh, yeah. Oh, I hear some kind of animal up here. Something chirping. There's a room right here. Wow, tons of bird poop. Tons of bird poop. This is awesome. It's not really heavy into Black Widow season, but I've already had 4 of them at the house. So you just got to watch out for Black Widows, which you can't see in the dark. So you just kind of, instead of really watching out for them, you just hope they don't bite you. But they're generally pretty good. I haven't had a problem with the Black Widows yet. They run when you touch their web or come near them. They just want to go hide. They're not as bad as people think. Wow. That is awesome. I really wish these weren't boarded because I want to see inside so bad. Yeah. But that's cool right there.
What is it?
It's I don't know if it's a chicken coop because it's huge, but it's some kind of old building and there's like a chirping going on. I don't know if there's like a fan up there or it's like a bird. There's another building over here. Man, you guys are literally seeing this as I'm seeing it. Oh, this is the other side to where the girls are right on the other side of this wall. Hey, I hear you. And so this is just another little piece of the room, and there's one on the other side. So it was divided into different sections. Look at the door handle. Oh, That's awesome. That is awesome. So it's divided. So it could have been for chickens in one part, maybe in a different part, something else. But man, built in the 1800s, left in the desert, in the hot sun, in the desert, and it's still here. I mean, talk about they don't make them like they used to. This thing is in the it's not like, you know, because we lived in a house that was built in 1771 and it's obviously still standing, but it wasn't sitting in a desert. This is just roasting in a desert. There's some kind of silo and another coop. So there's a whole wall going around this one. So this could have been a pig pen. And this could have been a grain silo maybe. Look at that. I love that you guys are seeing this as I'm seeing it. It's like we're taking the adventure together. Oh, here's an old bucket. There's some old poop. There's some sticks. So I'm guessing this was for pigs because chickens don't eat that high unless that's where they built something to roost, but I don't think so. I think that would be for feeders. The bucket in here is really cool. This looks like it was probably for pigs because the feeders are like 2 feet off the ground.
Are you talking to me or your...
To you. So, and I think maybe or it could be for chickens, and what they do is it's so they sit inside each little panel. Yeah, each little pocket, and that's where they lay their eggs in the pocket and they come and clear the eggs. So this could have been the chicken coop, and it does have chicken wire.
If you go on YouTube, it'll show you, it tells you what all of them.
Oh, I never even looked at anything about this place.
I gotta go eat.
All right. So I'm going to end this video here, although I'll turn it off for now and I'll show you the barn, and then I'm going to end it because we're going to hang out. All right, I'll show you the barn. Stopped at this little homemade picnic table. Got my gear. It was really cool. Next is to go in that barn back there. Of course, I got the
Sure enough, there it is in the trash.
my own design, my D-Bad knife. And I freaking love it. This thing is so badass. If you're looking for a cool pocket knife, this is the D-Bad Pocket Warrior made by Croco Knives. This thing is super dope. But that's what's in my pocket today. All right, so here's a little paddock area. I'm guessing this would have been for horses or cattle. There's another fence over there. So I'm guessing that would be part 2. And it looks like that the San Pedro River is literally right there. So they probably built it here for the river so they can enjoy that water. But here's another pen right here. A little paddock. Could have been goats or pigs, or this just could have been, oh, it looks like a secondary door. So they'd let them in and then run them through the other side so they can control the ins and outs, it looks like. And that's very cool. And then it just stretches on. I'm telling you, exploring ghost towns is awesome because, well, you think every one of them is the same. Oh, there's a dilapidated building here, dilapidated building there. They're all different. They're all set up different. The technology's different. I mean, look at this, right? You got this, pull that. That's how you open the paddock door. I mean, that's good technology back then. You know, I don't know when this fence, part of the fence was built, because it's obviously chain link. I'm not sure when chain link was created, but I mean, on this old place right here, and I'm not sure what year this one ended, that it closed down and it was done being a ranch, but it has a lot of stuff that still is 1800s, very, very 1800s. Here's a big patio right there. Look at all the steel. All this is just, it's just so old. so old. It's amazing that it's still here. Obviously that plastic tub was brought in later. So I want to come around with the large head nails. Super, super cool. Oh, here's a hay feeder right here. You want to see what this is. Right now we're walking inside a paddock, right? So horses most likely in here. And what they would do, you see this slanted piece of wood right here. What they would do is they would take hay and put it in there, and the horses would either reach through or reach over and eat the hay, and that's how they would feed them. So that's really cool that this is still here. And this looks like a sliding gate. No, maybe it's a swinging gate. Maybe it's a swinging gate. Oh no, let's see. Yeah, okay, so here's the big hinge right here. So that is a big swinging gate. Very cool. There's a little tiny table just sitting right there. There's another swinging gate, a swinging door. And I think we can definitely go in there. There is an entrance to another paddock. And you can see that big entranceway over there. And there's some downed trees. But let's see over here. Ooh, I opened the door. I could not see a damn thing. Wow, okay, so this is just a single room. All this perforated steel. This is cool. You got a full room there. I could lock the dogs in there and then go away. As soon as I said that, they ran. Let's close that door. Leave it the way we found it. The one thing that sucks about here is those little burrs get everywhere, especially in my shoes, in my socks. Those are terrible. There's that little table I saw. So let's see. Let's go inside here. Somebody put electric here at one point. There's another room. They even have like a little tiny loft up here. I think some of these posts, these wooden sticks, they're marked, and that could be from movies. That could be from filming. They when you do different locations and different set pieces, you'd mark it. I'm trying to see what this is. Midland Manufacturing Company, Fort Worth, Texas. That's a really cool box, at least what's left of the cool box. You got some old hay in here. And this is what I'm talking about. When you see stuff, you leave stuff. It's cool to come and lift it and move it around and see what it was. But leave it. Leave it. It's just really, really cool. And then you got all these pieces, some fittings. But every one of those sticks has writing on it, so that could be from the movie. When the movies are filmed here, a lot of times that's what they'll do, is they'll just mark scene locations. And you'll see every one of these in here has a different location number on it. So that's most likely, that could be the sticks when John Wayne filmed right there. Yeah. These old hooks. Was it Little Red something? What was it that he filmed here? I don't know. All right, well, there's a piece of door here that's down. You got to be careful because you don't want to mess yourself up. Department of Land Bureau. Oh, we got to go in here. So I'm going to walk around because we definitely want to check this out. There is another pen. Wow, so much involved here. Yeah, a bunch of little yellow berries down there. Wow, there's more feeders there. This could be for cattle on this side. I'm not 100% sure. I wasn't here when they built it. But I'm here now. All right, so they have some really cool signs. Obviously, these are more modern. U.S. Department of the Interior, Bureau of Land Management. I know that's what it says behind there. Printed information, visitor. So there's all kinds of like signs for when they were going to have like this a regular spot. The door's over here. You can come in.
Oh, instructions.
All right, there's some etching on the ground. Kitchens Construction Company begins with a K. And that is 6 something. I can't tell what the exact date is. But look at this. This is a huge barn. Wow. This is big. You got all that tar paper. Got some linseed oil. Should have brought a wooden knife. Can make the handle better. Huh? That's the Kitchen Construction Company that begins with a K. And it has a date, but I can't really tell what it is. It's 6 something.
Come on, come here.
Yoda Yeah, there's a bunch of cow poop, so cows must still come through here. Look at the height of this building. It's freaking massive.
No bats.
No, no bats. No bats in the belfry. I could live in here. This is amazing. Oh, this old pipe. I'm not sure. That's all spools of barbed wire. Wow, so that's all fencing right there. They could make a whole lot of fence with that. Look at all this barn board. Oh, people would pay good money for this. Old barn board. That is super cool in here, man. Look at the sun coming through the edge. That is awesome. Got the big swing door. Oh, there's a date over here. 6/28, maybe 51. So it looks like the cement was poured in here in 51. So when you see the newer construction, that's from the literally 1951, the beginning of the 50s. All the old, and that's when the movie would have probably taken place too, is somewhere around there. So that could have been all updating for filming, which is really cool. There's the other entrance over there. Yeah, I'm coming out. Yeah, and that's what I was just showing. It's a gate entrance.
Oh.
All right. So the trees, the green trees are usually, that means water. And since they go in a straight line, that would be San Pedro River. So there must be a path somewhere over there that leads to the San Pedro River. And if so, that would be very good because then the dogs can play in the water. So I'm going to go, wow, this is just incredible. I'm going to go and investigate the paths. I could see some game trails, but that's not what we're looking for. So I'm going to cut through this gate and go see if we can't find us a river. Here's something cool. It's a fallen tree. Look at how pale it is. It is just crazy cool. It's like hollowed out on the inside. That is an old tree. There's another little building right here. It's more like a stucco building. And it's got more modern windows on it, but it looks like a path right there, like that goes towards the water. But this has like metal framed glass windows. There is a pure wood frame, so it is probably really old. Hey, here's a horse hitch. So this hitching post is for horses. You can see it is much smaller than the one we found out there. Let's see. Oh, this is an original adobe that they replastered. Look at the adobe brick. Look right here.
I know, we can see right here.
Yeah, that's real adobe brick. That's how like Native Americans and early settlers built their homes. Adobe. Wow. I see a cool little fireplace, and they even have some kind of headboard right there. That's really cool. Somebody made this a long time ago. An old headboard. So somebody slept in here. There's a footboard right there, headboard, footboard. So,
It was the workers' quarters.
yeah, they had a twin-size bed in here.
So do you think that was a toilet or a fire?
That's a fire. The toilet would be outside.
There's broken glass. Yeah.
Wow, this is really cool. I could live in here too. I can't believe this is original adobe, and it's still standing. That's pretty wild. A lot of the adobe structures we find are just like pieces of wall, but that is all wall. Here's some kind of gate, and the path breaks off into two different directions. I think Yoda went down that one. We're gonna go down this one, and she'll just have to meet us. I hear her now. She was not about to lose us. Some trapdoor spider web over there. I just found a cool one, like right there. There's a web and a little hole, and so there's a whole bunch of them. Well, the river's over there. Yeah, so this trail right here would go to the water, but it looks like this trail is really long to the water because we started out way back there. Yeah, to the river.
But doesn't it seem like we should... Well, there's a green, great green
So,
right there.
yeah, no, it looks like this is the road they made to get to the water. I don't know why they would choose to go this way instead of straight through, unless it just depends on how the water ran or the depth of the water. So they might have found a good spot over here. But we're going to continue to look. I know some people are still getting snow. And I'm here marching around the river, and it feels amazing. Right, so there they go. Yoda has the stick. He's chasing her because he's waiting for her to put it down so I can throw it, because all he wants to do is chase the stick. But she takes it and runs away. She's such an ass. And instead of just getting a new stick, he waits for that stick.
No, well, they weren't. I went down and
Look at that jerk. Let's see if they run all the way down. They've been running around the corner and then coming back lightning fast.
I don't trust my dog.
Oh, they stopped there. Hey, hey, hey! You're a bunch of animals. Right, so the little road they are coming off of led into this giant wash, and the wash goes straight to the river. So I'm just going to, there's another path that goes that way, but I'm just going to head straight for the river, which would be right there. So we'll see if there's water flowing, which there should be because it's the San Pedro, and just a week ago I was in that water. So we'll see if there's any breaks here. Sometimes you can find a dry patch and the water's going underground, and then it will come back up at another location. But with all this green, I would have to assume that there is flowing water. And there is flowing water. Hell yeah. San Pedro. So this right here is what made this a working ranch, being this close to the San Pedro River. And, you know, they probably built the ranch just after the Apache Wars. So aside from some stragglers, they were most likely safe. But this would have been good hunting grounds for the Apache. We are not too far from the Apache stronghold and Tombstone, so this area would have been loaded. Like, the dogs are so excited to find the water. This is awesome. I might have to kick off my shoes and jump in. I mean, what's crazy is we are the only human beings out here at all. We're it. There is no other people anywhere. You go that way for miles. It's miles to get to the next town that way. It is miles to get to Tombstone. You see that mountain way over there? Tombstone is past that. It is very, very far away from anything out here. So I'm going to kick off my shoes, get the burrs out of my shoes, and walk in the water. Go play with the dogs. So I'm going to end this video because it's been pretty damn long. But guys, get out and explore, have some fun. If you get to Arizona, hell, I'll even take you here. This place is amazing. That's it for this one. Hi, I'm Donnie all day. Until next video.